Sorry, chat. Sorry, chat. My OBS crashed. Kind of awkward. If I'm thinking about the other match that's not gonna, the other match that's gonna be streamed. But you know what? We are gonna be seeing again. But like I said before, ad shows up. Aim 3, aim 1 is not going to be loading, but aim 3 is going to be doable. But for tap 1 and for tap 2, all of them could be good, but tap 3 being on HR might be possible. It is one of the more popular maps as well too. So we'll see if that is going to be played off. But again, because of the warm-up being finished, this was a warm-up. I don't know if people wanted to see it. It was just a CS6 map. More for the position pick, if anything, but that would be more for HR, if anything. It's so funny because I didn't add everyone. We're safe. But hey, now we move. We are going to be now going straight up into the picks. And immediately, we're going to be seeing first Tech 3. Yes, the rules for female is going to be 1 HP, 1 HR. I should put this back in as correct as is, and don't mind the screen difference. Some of things on. Wait, again. Oh yeah, so as we're gonna be starting with this not aim 3, it is gonna be actually Tech 3. It's gonna be first off pick. Tech 3 is gonna be 5.8 AR 8, so it's gonna be more of a low AR pick at most. But also, yeah, in general, it's gonna be a low AR reading. CS 4.3, and also 3 minutes 30 seconds. With this being a basically some old comers, but some really good players to see how they make it. Again, on the bots we do see there's shwq Shekri on Kurumiw. I'm sorry I'm mispronouncing it, but Kurumiw and IZZY will be playing. Rectagon and Arkans is going to be playing for all of young enthusiasts in general. There is going to be well-known players in this as well too. You're going to be seeing the Axe from OWC and Rectagon again from OWC going to be playing in. But for IZZY and Kurumiw, IZZY has been around in the tournament scene, definitely played recently in the Jeff tournament. And Kurumiw as well has been really a small comer. So we'll see what happens. Starting this match off. Accuracy is not doing really well for 31st, but for all of young, 95 and 98. Again, for the old gens, aka the more tournament advanced players, as by going Axe, Accuracy, this makes sense. This mapping with HR with HD is going to be more of a low AR reading, as mentioned before. If I think 2 as well, this is more like a low SR kind of map. But we'll see as we're going again to the first guy. IZZY is going to be with the first wave. Because that first wave, it is going to be kind of huge going into the later one, because we are going to be seeing Rectagon holding up at 98% with Arkans holding up to 98 as well too. Kurumiw is holding on to 96 as well too, but they're just trying the best because of the first wave from IZZY. It's going to be the first quarter done. Kurumiw unfortunately going to be slightly breaking as well too. Getting that side break from Kurumiw, that is going to be them going all the way through with Angst and Rectagon holding on to the 98. It's holding on to an FC as well too. it is more just fearless action, but the break from IZZY and Kurumiw, unfortunately, even though they have good action for 97s, breaks do matter the most in Scorpio 2. And yeah, its most idea might be see who gets the leaderboard stats for this map. And yeah, no, this is fully watching on the deck. Just honestly want to bang as well too. With Args and Bodyguard from all of Young just showing their confidence and lower Young beating Kurumiw picking as well too. Yeah, this is gonna be the event available for the side 30. For all of Young, Jesus. 31st unfortunately just yeah, they just tried their best. Like it was super doable for them to play it off. But unfortunately with that end break. Yeah, last quarter we're going to see Arcs and Bodyguard holding on to FC. That score leaderboard going all the way past to 500k plus. Crazy the last quarter. We'll see if they can double FC that, but no, they actually don't. They break at the same time as IZZY did, and that early slider, but Kurumiw being the only last one to hold on to the slider. It would have been good if it was based off anything else, but just in score-wise though. No FCs. Which is really incredible scores for All Young. Just in general. Bodyguard does finally find a bit for Kurumiw, but actually does miss on the beating of it too. So now true FCs. So 600k on this kind of full lowest earlies. Bodyguard and Arcs, it kind of is terrible. But hey, for IZZY and Kurumiw, they did get a good recovery. IZZY getting almost 500k for Kurumiw. They tried the best, unfortunately breaking a lot, but getting almost 400k. And also this was their pick, aka all of Young's pick. So, hey, what can you do? But we are going to be moving on to the next pick soon enough. Possibly we could see swings come in, and also again, Coreanmaluco. I'm going to call him Corean. It did never help a lot, but Corean might be coming in as well too. All of them has been in the BotB before, seeing from their profiles. Some older than usual. Sounds so bad, but hey. We're going to be going to next pick, going from all of Young again. They're going ahead, so we'll see what will happen from there. They're going to go with 3-1 immediately. One is going to be a stamina stream and couple of mod pick. So for the HR players who are popular with streams, it would be pretty well for them. But for some others, it would be pretty hard. Like mostly what we're going to be seeing for all of Young. The HR is going to be playing with Bodyguard, followed by Waifu is going to be playing IZZY for Kurumiw, most likely might be the choose to stay it again. If I remember correctly from Jeff. Oh, IZZY not playing. Once he didn't know what to top, he doesn't know what to play. Oh, yep, they come back. IZZY, I think it's HR player and Kurumiw, they are going to be. Okay, Kurumiy's going to be the HD player, and it's going to be IZZY. That's from my memory at least, at most. But in general, they all might be all-round players for this. But what's our set amount? There is a chance that technically might happen, but don't be trust that. Yeah, as of right now, Vixen still IZZY and Kurumiw. Everybody's got Coreanmaluco still holding on. But actually, I was half correct. So it's going to be Kurumiw on hidden, IZZY on HR, Bodyguard is going to be on hidden, and Waifu is on HR. Like engine for the map, the accuracy is from 30 bits, nothing as well as obviously because the SS. And also from my week, we're going up seeing on 98% on HR. This is still really good. But for Kurumiw and IZZY again, we are tempted to see them on FC, but IZZY actually going to be staying alive with better. Actually, Kurumiw's going to find a break from Vectagon, we finally break at well, on hidden. 99% going to distant. So both HDs are gone. It's HD and HR is gone. No, actually no. Both HDs are actually gone. It's all going to be on the HR. But act-wise, for my weekly, they have to actually win. And the combo win right now. It's going to go to Kurumiw, so support is going to be pretty well over there. We see a big for my weekly, it's possible to see for IZZY. They hold on to the couple speed pick. I think I'll go for them. Acting-wise, they're equal for Tentakus. There might be enough density actually if we see again why we could break, but they were so close, they lost accuracy though. To come back might be possible, but the Kurumiw actually breaking finally. But it's still holding on to score with 90%. It's gonna be really, really tough for the last quarter. We need to see a chain mess right now, and it's basically hold on to 90% then actually to finish it. Doesn't seem like it might be happening in the end. As we're going to be seeing the closeout. And it seems that for Olivion, they're going to be getting second point. Solid scores all around. Accuracy wise, it's really good as well too. Yeah, solid FC for both the HR players as well too. Unfortunate rates for the hidden. But hey, for Olivion, that's going to be 2 points off D-bad. What we'll see next is going to be a very, very decisive ball. And Gammy's not here. So, there goes that calm. Next pick is going to be going to the side of Olivion, who is 2 points ahead. Again, the aim maps are banned, and first 2 tapping maps are banned. There's likely a chance that Olivion might be going for tapping 3. It's because of the precision and it's 100% G map, like the one already on G mod 1. It'll definitely be more widely to play, but what fun. And for the other 2 players as well on the team for Olivion with Arms. And for Tedia, I don't know if Tedia is going to get up Arms. We did see them before in the first half. In Tech 3. It's doable if they're not loyal player, if they're all out there. It's highly doable. We're going to see Korean coming in. And it's going to be Aim 2 coming in. Meteor. The last custom alive in this pool, by the way. We didn't get to see the whole map last time because Rancho being Rancho. But now we get to see it in full. Aim 2 is created by Susei69, what a name, and the background by Maru Sakura. Thank you for the map, and thank you for this content of this game too. 1 minute 24 seconds, this is Miku by the way. Yeah, this is Miku. Everything has to be Miku. It is going to be, though, more or less a consistency pick. It's not going to be a no mod 1, but it's still going to be super consistent as well. So, as we're going to be waiting for the watch to swap in, we are going to be seeing Vectagon come in though. Kurumiw is going to be staying as well too. Who is going to be the 3rd and 4th? We did see Korean come in though for a second. Possibly they might be looking at the map, but no, it's actually going to be IZZY coming back for the 3rd time. All of the guys we did see recently that again Ox did come in. IZZY was in for the stream pick. Tedia, look at that, we see Tedia in now for all the young. In this best of nice scenario, we possibly might be seeing an SS here, if anything. But we'll see. Like half funds has came out, so we'll see what will happen here. last time we saw this before in the previous match, it will be a possibly higher rank. I think we saw top 98% last time in the previous team. But hey, now we might be seeing it better. We might be getting commentated pretty soon, but hey, as the map is going to be starting out, we're going to be seeing it by now. But IZZY starting up at 97%, Kurumiw starting up at 97%, Rectagon holding up at 98%, but hey, Tedia is going to be missing for the first half. Hi, Gammy.
Yep, hello. Sorry, we are joining in the middle, right in the middle of this map. Yeah. Give me the scoop as to what's happening. What map are we seeing right now, Julian?
So the scoop of what happened right now, we're going to be going into Aim 2. This is going to be the map. It's going to be picked from 30 bits who did lose their first point on Tech 3 and lose Field Mod 1 from All of Young. And so right now we're going to be seeing 30 bits in the lead right now, but the break from Kurumiw unfortunately is going to be a big deficit as Tedia is going to be breaking early as well too. But IZZY versus Rectagon on the FC accuracy wise, there's going to be Rectagon holding on to the win. And that's your lowdown.
Yeah, Teda is kind of being the decision maker right now. We're moving into the second quarter of the map. The scoreboard opens up. This is where IZZY knows that he's being backed into a corner right now. It's going to be rather rough, I think. This is a pretty long map. I wouldn't count Thirsty Fish out of it just yet. There is still a lot of room for error, but you're staring up against, of course, Rectagon, who's so well known for their consistency. Not so much so on Hidden, however, so that might be a boon for Thirsty Fish if it does come down to it. But as of right now, that scoreline is going to look to slowly but surely shift towards the right side as we move into the next KI. Teda holding that 500 combo, being the deciding factor right now. Kurumiw W hot on his tail, but it's not going to be enough until we see another miss come out. A bunch of ag drops come in as the bursts, as the triples start to clock these players, but nobody gets caught off guard whatsoever. Second half of the map, the jumps come in. Is anybody going to find a miss? Ag drops coming in from Teda is going to stop the scoreline from shifting over just yet. But no siree, no misses from the entire lobby, and that's low SR for you.
Yeah, and for sure this is going to be a low SR for you, but the thing is to know as well too, because Teddy is getting the recovery, Kurumiw actually has survival act right now, 96% to 93%. So because of that little act that Kurumiw has over Tedia, it's going to be saving right now even more. But because of this second half of the map, the score in combo game is going to be way more better than accuracy. So if we see Tedia break at any moment, the score is going to swap over. If we see Rectagon break at any moment, the score is going to be staying as is. But in general, though, right now, honestly, for Rectagon, even though they might not be good at consistency, they did play in on-field mode, and they were still break from nothing. That is going to be, unfortunately, the score is going to be swapping up for all of Young pretty soon.
Yeah, no, that is horrible. What did IZZY miss on? I mean, it was looking so doable, right? With Kurumiw holding the accuracy over Teda, I think it would have definitely been enough. But as Kurumiw finds another miss, that's going to be their fate sealed for this point. And I mean, what can you even do, right? That's heartbreaking. That kind of miss is just heartbreaking if you're on the side of Thirsty Fish. Yeah. And with that, it's gonna be another point on the board for Olive Young. I believe this was their pick, right? So I mean, it's not horrible.
It's not horrible, it's kind of predicted, but because on a map, it could be anyone's ballgame. Definitely in Hidden as well too. Mostly for Tedia's and IZZY's break all together, Kurumiw unfortunately did find a common game at the end and missing at the end of Rectagon. So holding on to the FC, this is going to be technically their almost second FC in this match so far. Because they did almost get the Fremont 1 FC, but in general though, it's really good score from Rectagon so far, showing off that their hitting consistency is much more better than people thought.
Yeah, no, I mean, at low SR, you're really just asking for that consistency, and I think Rectagon is definitely one of the big exclamation marks whenever a talk happens about consistency, right? But I'd like to talk a little bit about, what Thirsty Fish brought to the table. I definitely think it would have still been possible to get that point. IZZY was just holding such a strong FC, and if not for that, random shit miss in the middle of nothing, IZZY could have definitely made the scoreline more competitive, especially considering that Teda's accuracy compared to Kurumew's, that's a huge, almost, what, 2% deficit?
Yeah.
I definitely think that if he just had a little bit more in him, it would have been enough, but alas, a point is a point, and Olive Young will be taking this series 0-3, picking back into the hands of Thirsty Fish.
Yeah. The one thing to know as well too in advance, look at the bans. If you saw in Thirsty Fish that Tap 1 and Tap 2 got banned for the bans for Olive Young, was Aim 1 and Aim 3. Once again, we must mention, Aim 2 was the only custom alive so far in the Aim pool, and that was picked, so shouts again to the custom apples of Tuesday69 and the background by Matthew Sakura. But Femont 3, the other custom that's still alive, is doable, but for Olive Young, technically, they could do that too if they want to, or they want to go for the little bit of tech pick, they want to go a little bit fun there, or they go to the advantage of themselves and go for Tap 3, which, again, since we're seeing by the map board, Tap 1 and Tap 2 got banned. It would be a pretty decisive pick to go for that, but this is going to be the old Azo remix, and it's going to be with HR. It's going to be really spicy.
Honestly, we're just waiting to see what the last pick, the last pick could be, right? Fortunately, I'm not too familiar with exactly what picks are what in this pool, so I can't quite give the best judgment. But is the next pick coming in from Olive Young? Is that right?
It is going to be going for Olive Young, yes. And the one thing to know, yeah, it was a big point. And the one thing to know about this pool as well too, as you can see for the mods image itself, this is going to be non-stop ruling. It's not going to be based off mod itself, it's going to be based off the mechanics. So it's going to be about your aim, based on tapping, based on tech, and then mods. Against mod. But hey, Tech 2 going to be the next pick.
Okay, Tech 2 going to be coming out. I believe this is a no mod tech map. It's all about mech tech and some, reading and control. 200 BPM, so clock slightly higher than your typical tech map. Yeah, this is a Ryusei Icon map, so you already know what it's about.
Yeah. Also, yeah, you're right. Thank you for shouting that out. These have been swapped.
Oh.
Yeah, no, you were right. These were both of ours. So, Aim 2 was from Red, and then, yeah, Whip Walker was from Olivia. You were right. I just don't wrong. So, yeah, but yeah, you are correct. It's going to be a no one map. So, it's going to be pure mechanics of tech.
Yeah, I will say this tech map sets itself apart from other mech tech slots of the like. Because of the amount of structural patterning there is, there's a lot of linear aim in this map. And I think that's something that you typically don't really see from a lot of tech maps of this genre. So it could be interesting to see these players interact with such a map, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not like your standard mech tech sliders that just lead into each other very, very comfortably. Honestly, I would even say that a lot of the patterning and a lot of the patterns in this map are, number one, rather wide, and because of that, they're rather awkward. So, yeah, I mean, it's an interesting pick to see this early on in the tournament.
Well, and one thing to know as well, because there has been only 2 matches played so far, aka streamed so far. This is the most popular picked map so far as well too, in the pool. We did see a close FC here on the last match, but Kurumiw is going to be fighting first, so no FC for them. But actually, we did see a pretty good accuracy, like a 97 around average. But as of right now, there's going to be only IZZY holding on to the FC right now.
Yeah, that's right. Instantly, in the early sections of the map, we get a hint of what this map is all about, right? This is all about these weird angles, some weird XL decel patterns, not to mention the occasional slider tick here and there on a fast slider to catch you off guard, as did the last one. They're moving slowly but surely into the build-up, just a lot more momentum building for these players. The accuracy lead going to keep Olive Young privileged when it comes to that scoreline, and it's only going to continue to grow as Kurumiw finds another miss. Rectagon and Akenzix not making it easy for IZZY whatsoever, despite being the only FC. It's just nowhere enough, especially given how Rectagon's just holding a 4% act lead against IZZY at this juncture.
Yeah, it's not even going to be Vector holding on to 4% against IZZY. It's going to be Anks as well holding on to 4%, 98.15, but for Kurumiw holding on to 95.8%. Because on the combo game wise, it's going to be just a double MC, it's going to be really rough. But on the ad game, it's still going to be really rough too because all of Young both have an average of basically 98.5. But going to the more slider section once again, like basically after this build up, we're going to be seeing if Vectorgon and Ox is going to be holding on back here. But honestly, if they pass through this map so far, going to side stream, both of them holding on through, this might be the end game.
Yeah, dude, we're running into the last sections of the map, almost past that last quarter of the map, and all of Young are just pressing up against IZZY. There's absolutely no... They're not giving him any chance at this juncture, right? Double 800 combos, double 98% X. Rectagon, in fact, soaring high above with that 99. I mean, IZZY just can't catch a break going into the last section of this KI. And I mean, the aim might open up, but I think even with a miss from either Rectagon or Akins, it won't be enough to tilt the scales. And yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be a done deal. I mean, this is such a fantastic pick from Olive Young. It was clear to see that, you know, despite that first early miss at the beginning, they were confident in this pick, and they are confident moving into this match point.
Yeah, unfortunately for some, like, it's basically for Olive Young, they did a little bit of trolling, basically, to go for a reverse choke. But in general though, like, again, like you said, right now holding on to 99.2, and Anks as well, holding on basically to a 99%. Well, let's just call that 99%. It's 98.79. But if you round it up, it's good enough. But still, these scores, together with a double MC, it's crazy. But we had to see, shout out to IZZY though. 96% holding on to the true FC. 13.86 combo, because they didn't reverse choke. That is a commendable score, and definitely one of the top of the leaderboards. I think that's actually number 1 so far in that leaderboard so far.
Yeah, I know that first slider definitely... I'm definitely expecting that first slider to catch a bunch of these players off guard. And, you know, honestly, looking at the scoreline right now, I'm wondering, how the hell did Olive Young get C20? Like what happened?
So you
how did a team with Akins and Rectagon get C20?
So let's see what happened. Yeah. Tech is not the strong suit, and it kind of hurt them so much. Well, definitely for that Tech too. But also for the female, they technically did have some issues too. But hey, the next pitch did come out, and that's going to be female 3.
Ooh, okay, female 3 Elche map, I believe. Oh, this is a GG. Hold up, I'm unfortunately not a knower of ball. No, it is a Elche. It is an Elche map. It's gonna be a good mix of, you know, alternate, but of course with a little bit of rhythm and a few cuts here and there, indicative of alt as a skill set. 150 BPM, so it's very, very standard when it comes to the map stats. And do correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that this is a custom map as well.
This is going to be custom map from Elcher. Yeah, the background is going to be by Say10, so thank you for the map and thank you for the custom. But in general though, again, like you said, it's going to be all of DeLong's basically match point here for Thirsty Fitch. If they are able to lock in and get the point on here, we're going to be possibly seeing, possibly not a sweep and possibly a comeback. But remember, like you said, Gammy, it's going to be a rhythmic cut streams, everything in the mix. It's going to be really hard to hold on to everything. And with this being CS4 and AR 9.4, it's more comfortability for the hidden play, but for HR, it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a show.
Yeah, definitely, right? I think, well, I don't even know if hidden is going to be that much easier, right? Because this map features a lot of cuts, and I think cuts in particular are rather tricky to have consistency on. I think hidden just takes a lot away from your consistency on a map like this. But overall, I think this map features a lot of variety in its patterning. I think in the latter sections of the map, you see more slider, you see more slider aim alongside more snap aim in general. But in the earlier sections of the map, you'll be seeing more of those rhythmic cuts, you know. And these rhythmic cuts, it's not just like, you know, 4 note, 4 note, 4 note, 4 note, 4 note. It features a lot of variation in the number of circles in each group. Right, sometimes you have 2, sometimes you have 3, sometimes you have 4, and you know, you have any combination of that throughout the entire section. So definitely going to be a lot for these players to have to deal with, but I think given the relatively low SR, it wouldn't be too overtuned for anybody in the lobby. But yeah, we're gonna see the same A game lineups coming in from both of the rosters. Kurumiw W and IZZY going up against Rectagon and IZZY on Azari DNA.
Yeah, and one thing to know as well too, the mods from last time has been swapped over. Kurumiw is gonna be on HR, IZZY on him. That has been actually staying still, but Rectagon on HR this time, but Ang's holding on to HD. It's gonna be really interesting, but again, it's gonna be the comfortability. But Rectagon being a all-rounder, it does make sense to see them on this mod. But for Ang's holding on to the hidden FC with Kurumiw, it's gonna be a war. But IZZY holding on to the hidden FC as well too. Kurumiw holding on to HR, I mean. But so we're gonna be seeing going to the first guy. What's gonna happen?
Just some momentum building right now, but we move into the cuts, and as you can see, the accuracy is being cleared from the entire lobby. Not quite too much as we move into the next opening of the map. This is a bit more, you know, just standard aim, nothing too crazy, just a bunch of flow aim as well, just being pushed up by the sliders. But as it stands right now, both teams on a standstill. Thirsty Fish having a slight score lead just by nature of Rectagon's early shitness.
As we're going to be seeing the big, both players are going to be seeing the score, and we're going to be seeing the gap being super close. It's down by 10k. Because all the comms are staying as is, and Rectagon, even though they have less comm, they're going to have higher accuracy. Basically, everyone in lobby like IZZY. Rectagon holding on to 97%, showing off why it's common matters. But Alex is holding on to 97, showing why common matters as well too in the end. Basically, the score, if we see any big last thing like Kurumiw, it's going to be GG's. That's going to be all young, holding on to the match point and saying GG's with a 5-0 sweep.
Yep, there goes Kurumiw. IZZY try as you mean. I mean, fantastic performance throughout this entire series. But I mean, when you're staring up against two OWC finalists, I mean, what can you even do, right?
Yeah.
Rectagon and IZZY going to just rush into the final KI of this map completely unscathed. That's going to be the match, as you said, a clean 5-0 sweep going in favor of Olive Young. And once again, proving that seeding does not matter whatsoever.
Yep, it's all based on your performance in the match. And for IZZY and Kurumiw, unfortunately, they did not lock in time. But for Rectagon and for the rest of the ones like Angst and for as well the third, we didn't see the fourth. Well, actually, we saw all four actually coming. Waifu and we saw Teddy come in as well. They're just really throwing all together. And that's what matters here in this round 32. Getting all those OSL maps out of the way.
Yep, that's right. And I think this is a good place to close off. We have a lot of matches lined up for you guys in this week. This is only the second match in the round of 32. But yeah, with that, congratulations once again to Olive Young, Rectagon, IZZY, Teda, and Riku.
Yep.
My name has been Gami Kriola. Joining me in the commentary booth is the lovely Jorian. And any last words from you before we close off this match?
As we're going to be closing off the match, again, for 35th, unfortunate for going down in a 5-0 sweep, but hey, you have a chance to lose a package though. This is going to be double elimination. But for the next round of the match, we're going to be coming back at 5 BTC with the next match being actually Youngjin Gukba versus Taya Hot.
We'll get there.
Yeah. We'll see you in like 2 hours.
Yep. I think with that, this has been Battle of the Box, and we'll be signing out. Goodbye.
Chat.